Hello, Georgia551 here. Not sure if it's showing up or not, but the little number that shows up there, that's because I got Fraps running, and there's a reason for that. Anyway, as I usually do every so often, once every 3 months in the city of Worcester, because there are a lot of people that like trains, I go to the MBTA station, Union Station in Worcester, and record the trains coming in and coming out. I've done it for years. I've been to Leominster Station, absolutely zero problems. I've also done it at Union Station. I've done it at Shirley, and no problems. Until today. While I was wrapping up one piece of my current video, which will be uploaded at some point, a security officer came over and asked what I was doing, and I was telling him I was recording your trains, and then he goes into extreme detail as to, do you like them? Why are you doing that? How come? And I'll tell you, the guy was actually very nice about everything. He wasn't a douche. He was very professional. He was a very friendly guy, to be truthful. But then he said, you're not taking pictures of the building or going around inside with your camera, are you? Well, apparently, whatever the security company they hired for Worcester's Union Station is not very well versed in the photo video policy which the MBTA has prescribed. And now I'm going to show you the photo and video policy, which I always keep forgetting to print a copy if I ever run into this problem. So, let's go and see what the policy is. Okay, I blew this up slightly so it's easier to read, especially if you're watching in a lower resolution. This is the Photography Policy and Procedure. Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, the MBTA, security regulations, blah, blah, blah. Wishing to take photos and videos on, in, or of the MBTA property, vehicles, and employees. Let's look at the policy, shall we? Notify headlight safety security and ensure that the marketing rights have adopted the following. Persons may take photographic or video images, including but not limited to film, digital, or video recordings, images, of MBTA property, including but not limited to stations, buses, trains, or other vehicles for their personal use. Persons must not interfere with transportation activity while taking images. And if you've seen my videos, you know I try very hard to keep out of everybody's way. And in fact, many of the engineers who have seen me in the Leominster Station, because that's where I'm closest, knows pretty well that I do really try to keep out of everyone's way. However, if you take images of restricted areas, such as an area not open to the public, or an area designated for employees only, are not permitted. Any person observed taking images on, in, or of a restricted area may be subject to law enforcement. But look over here again, going back up. Persons may take photographic or video images of MBTA property, including the stations, which the guy told me I couldn't do, but here it is, black and white, says that I can. And, of course, except otherwise permitted by law, with a lawful arrest, that is, the transit police or other MBTA officials shall not demand or take any action to delete, view, or confiscate images. Never had that problem, but there it is in black and white. And of course the police can act as they need with a proper procedure. No permit is required for non-commercial use, And then if you need to do a bona fide commercial photography thing, like news and media photographers, then you got to go through this whole application process, and this is just an example of what they are doing. So basically, right here in black and white, the only places you cannot record are employee-only areas or areas that are not open to the public. But MBTA property and train stations, buses, what have you, is indeed allowed. And there you have it. Recording inside Union Station, around it, the trains coming to and from, perfectly legal. The security guys, I will safely assume, are not really well versed in public transportation security. I don't mind the fact that they ask. I mean, that's okay. But telling you can't record where you can, and it's been known to happen in Worcester quite often, might I add, there's just no need for it. When they go work at these places, they need to know the policy. And I tell myself every time, and I forget to do it, is when you go to a public place to record where it is allowed and there's security, if you have a copy or can print a copy of the policy, do it. And I keep forgetting every single time. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you as unsmoothly as I normally share everything. Georgia551 saying, have a good one.